Alright, boys, we got the third game of the day. Probably the last one. LawLiet versus 120, a great encounter between the two. And we got a surprise in store here, boys. We got a surprise in store. We got an off race going on. And the off race... Who's it gonna be? What do you think? Who's it gonna be? Well, you might think it's 120, but it's not, because it's LawLiet picking ORC against 120's Undead. Before said in the future he's not gonna play Undead versus Orc anymore. He's gonna play Orc Mirror instead. But now LawLiet did the switcheroo and he's playing Orc. Farseer Headhunter, of course. The strategy that does seem a bit too strong, if we're being honest. And LawLiet's gonna see if he can have success with that as well, as many orcs have had recently. I'm not sure if LawLiet can switch races here. Did he perhaps even play random? I think he picked orc. I don't think he was random. I'm not sure on this. Alright, DK gonna come out. Where's the critter? Where is it? Ah, there it was.
A player's forces are under attack.
The frog was next to the boat. I still don't know all the critter positionings perfectly on TeD Hunters. I think there's one like somewhere here. There's definitely one here. There's one here. And one here. And I think one here. And I think also one here. Alright, never mind. I do know them all. DK starting off with a mantle. Wouldn't it be better just to creep this camp first? That way you prevent level 2 Farseer. We talked about that before. On TeD Hunters, the two green camps in the middle, if you fully creep them both, are going to give you level 2. Always a little sketchy creeping this sea giant. If he does pulverize twice, you're going to take a lot of damage, but didn't pulverize at all. It's a 20% chance for pulverize. Alright, the Farseer going to begin a bit of Acolyte harassment. 120 pretty good usually at dealing with this. Needs to involve the ghouls soon as well, and he does. This should have been a pretty easy ziggurat cancel, but it wasn't. Oh, the wolf block! Ooh, that was sick. Did you see that? Using the second wolf to block the fiend. Ooh, and he almost had the chain lightning kill.
A player's forces are under attack.
Nerve tower is now finished, though. And the good thing about the wolves is they're faster than the fiend. They can just chase after the fiend and get in a bit of chip damage. Oh, and there's a headhunter coming out for the next block as well. And this fiend might go down. Although the DK could swing around here now and save it. Is he just going to sacrifice the fiend? 120. Right, this is pretty weird. Units all over the place right now. Farseer a bit out of commission. Oh, almost aggroing the creeps here. That was close. I wonder if 120 might get 2 kills here. He knows the one headhunter up there is still hurt. Not even going to use the coil because he knows the skeleton can do it solo. Pretty cool. The fiend somehow survived. Didn't think that was going to happen. Oh, and the skelly got the last hit. So DK got a bit more experience. 2 headhunter kills for 120 early. Very nice. And the fiend survived. And the DK's health and mana is looking decent. Second hero normally would be the Dark Ranger. Oh, but not here. It's Lich second this time. Fourth ghoul? What? 1-0 might be transitioning into Frenzy Ghouls. Second hero, TC. So against Shadowhunter second, Frenzy Ghouls are very good, because the TC is going to be under-leveled and the Stomp isn't going to be as big of a problem. But against TC second, which means he's going to be very leveled, Ghouls can have a tough time. 1-0 is playing a great game here, by the way. It's so hard to prevent Farseer creeping with only 2 Fiends, but he's managing to do it. And I think LawLiet is being a little too cautious, maybe. Normally you want to rush level 3 Farseer, and then the wolves are really strong. And I think he just got distracted a bit too much, and separated a bit too much with his army. And wasn't able to creep as fast as he could have. Lich comes out. Sentry wards, very good item. If you place those here, it's going to give you tons of vision. Creeping with only 2 Fiends, though, not too easy. Statues coming out, and more Ghouls. Alright, it's going to be Frenzy Ghouls in the late game. We know that now already. LawLiet doesn't necessarily. But the good thing about Headhunters is, they work against everything. Just the priority should be to creep this TC to level 3 ASAP. But the Farseer is still sticking around. He wants to have level 3 Farseer as well. Skeleton Scout on point by 1-0. As always. Double level up here for the Undead. Big Invul Potion, very good. If you dodge a Stomp with that at the perfect moment, that can swing a fight around. He's fine, he's gonna get the level 2. Lightning Shield is... yeah, could be alright. Could be great, actually. TC with Stomp and Lightning Shield. Oh, 1-0 with a misclick. He accidentally used the Big Invul Potion. Ooh, that's painful. The Orc army is creeping a lot faster here. All these Headhunters have plenty of damage. The Undead army still isn't that big. The Ghouls had been kept in the main for a long time. But Frenzy is going to finish. We're going to have a Dark Ranger. And 1-0 is looking for the early fight. Oh my god, look at the grade by LawLiet. He went for 40 supply Tiny Great Hall. Oh my god, that's so greedy, that's crazy. Big item here for 1-0 as well. 1 of mana stealing is okay. And he might not expect the super greedy Tiny Great Hall. This is very dangerous. Good position here for 1-0. This is a very narrow choke point. Hard for the Orc to engage. Does he consider this possibility? He really might not. LawLiet creeping the laboratory. He has the TP, which he knows he may have to use. And it seems like 1-0 now is going to check the expansion. Double auras here are also great for LawLiet. Oh, he's going to find 1 ghoul for free. 1 Headhunter going to go down. The ghouls are at the expansion, and the army's over here. Great play by 1-0, splitting the forces. And he misses the silence, which wasn't perfect. TP back, but the ghouls are fast. They're just running away. Oh, the berserkers are faster, though. Activating the berserk, but still, the ghouls get away. Seems like 1-0 needs a heal scroll here to live through the first stomp, because it's going to hit the ghouls sooner or later. The Dark Ranger is going to silence the TC, but the TC is probably going to break out of the silence with the Invul Potion. That is what we should expect, anyways. And here comes the Destroyer Morph. Lich on level 3 yet, which is a bit painful. TC was silenced, did not break out of it, by the way. And the Dark Ranger gets level 2, that's a big deal. Now breaks out of the silence with the Invul Potion, finally. Wolf summoned. Destroyers. Dispelling, maybe. Oh. LawLiet didn't split the wolves. Slight mistake here by him. Of course, he's not a main race Orc player. Coil not gonna land. Another Fiend goes down. Both armies shrinking significantly. But the longer the fight goes, the better it is for the Undead. Once the TC and the Farseer are out of mana, there's not much the Orc can do anymore. Whereas the Undead, with the right clicks and the statue, is always going to be a threat. So the longer this goes, the better it is for 120. And it seems like he's starting to take control of this fight. Could send the ghouls now into the peons. Oh my god, there's so many peons there, by the way. And the Lich looking for the snipes. 700 gold for LawLiet. Definitely not a perfect game by the Korean. Of course, we gotta keep in mind he's usually a Night Elf. Obviously. The Wolves again, getting double dispelled. And are taken out quickly. Lich out of mana though. No more Nova. The DK also dropping very low. And the TC is close to another Stomp. I think he drained mana somewhere, maybe. I'm not sure. Good control by 120. Now he's level 4 DK. Now he can go for Death Pact if he wants to play it safe. But he's going Aura. Doesn't feel the need to go for Death Pact. And now the Frenzy Ghouls arrive once again. 120 comes in with a sharp timing. And LawLiet seems to be getting bested here. He did get tier 3, or he of course was tier 3 already for a long time. Now as a Shadow Hunter, but this Shadow Hunter is going to be very, very underleveled. If the Lich gets level 4 and the Dark Ranger gets level 3, that's a big power spike for the Undead as well. To have those strong level 2 skeletons plus Dark Ritual. Marketplace. We do have claws in there, but 120 doesn't want to purchase anything. He's got a pretty big army already. 57 supply. No raiders here for LawLiet. Ooh, that Farseer was very far forward. Triple silence! Hits all 3 heroes. Now we have some Wyvern beginning to come in, but the first one is taken out right away. There's a Gargoyle against it as well. The Nova here could be devastating, but the Lich is out of mana. And again, it's about the mana. LawLiet can only fight as long as he has mana on the TC. And that mana is about to be depleted. He only has 1 Stomp left now. 120 lost a lot of units there. Fiends, Ghouls, Destroyer. He's got the hero still, which is the X factor in the late game for 120. This camp is only partly left. I think the big boy was already taken, right? Yeah, I think so. Creeping the red camp here might take a while with 2 destroyers. Tiny Great Hall again though. Alright. Farseer level 4, Shadow level 2. Important level ups. If LawLiet solo creeps the Shadow here and at the red, he can get Shadow 3. But the Lich also is going to get level 4 here. And a big item for 120. Almost everything is good. Also battle runs. Certainly is. 800 gold for the Undead. Has not scoured this expansion yet. What's he buying? Mantle. It was a clause plus 9, that's why I didn't buy it. Too expensive. 120 going into upkeep once again. The Lich almost full mana. Oh boy, that's going to be a lot of Nova. The big problem for 120 in these last couple of fights was that the Lich was low mana. But now having full mana and having access to Dark Ritual is going to make this Lich a real powerhouse. Ring of Regen, not bad. This DK is going to have a lot of regeneration now. There's some Bat Riders starting to come in. Supply is very even. Destroyers being morphed. 3 up in the air. Bat Rider connects, but they can just be coiled. Oh, misclick on the coil. Whoops. That was not ideal. More Destroyers being morphed. And, oh boy, it's going to be a tough one. Silence on the TC. He has to use Invul Potion. He has to break out of this. And this is where LawLiet doesn't have that much experience yet. The TC is wasting his time in the back. He needs to be standing right in front of the headhunters, ready to stomp all the ghouls. If the ghouls don't get stomped, they're gonna eviscerate the headhunters. And that's kind of happening here. Nova hits the headhunters over and over. There's so much mana now for the Lich. And LawLiet probably regretting not playing Night Elf here. Farseer headhunters are certainly strong, but he clearly doesn't have that much experience with it yet. Shadowhunter in trouble. Coil Nova could be his end, but he's gonna survive. So many skellies. Dark Ranger level 3 is one of the best things that Undead has against the headhunters late game. Especially with Lich level 4. Almost infinite mana. 38 intelligence, ladies and gentlemen, on this Lich. Mana regen is crazy. I haven't seen him use Dark Ritual yet, which is kind of weird. But he does have it. There's no reinforced defenses, so these burrows very easily could go down. $20 supply lead for 1-0. This seems to be all but in the books. And now 1-0 can't even expand if he wants to. TC runs in, Silence at the perfect moment, breaks out of it this time, but the ghouls were already repositioned. DK getting focused hard. He's gonna have to TP out here. Good block by the Berserker. But if the DK gets focused, that means the ghouls didn't. And that meant more losses for LawLiet. DK is gonna get level 5 here in a moment. All the creeps are gonna be gone. Rare to see on Tidehunters. Every single creep dead. But this game has been going on for quite some time, I suppose. Dark Ranger 4, Lich level 4, DK 4, almost level 5. Missing 1 XP. I love that he kept the ring. I love ring on the DK. His HP regen is so sick. Look at it go. Boom. Zero wants to close out the deal here. As long as he pays attention to his DK positioning, this should be very much doable. This army is probably the best army to have in the late game against headhunters. But the problem is, oftentimes, playing this style, you fall behind in the mid game because you only have 2 fiends to creep with for a long time. And if you move your ghouls very well, the TC oftentimes has a tough time finding the perfect stomp. Alright, this one was the best stomp of the game so far. I would go for Death Pact here if I was the DK. Because the DK is dropping low, and the stomps are starting to connect very well. But LawLiet is just so far behind. Hex focus on the DK has to be the way, but first the Farseer goes down with a nicely placed Coil Nova. And the ghouls are chasing. Statue still standing, giving so much regen over time. We have an expansion coming up now as well, because why not? And this ring of regen has been putting in work. Wonderful value over time. Dude, this Lich is just not using Dark Ritual though. It's starting to trigger me a little bit. Just eat some skellies, bruh. GG is called 1-0 for 1-2-0. And the off race for LawLiet does not work out, at least not on map 1. One to 0 could make it to the round of 8 here with the next map. Again, the question is LawLiet if he can race change here now or not. In some tournaments it's allowed. In WGL. In some others it's not. Second map is Echo Isles. And LawLiet is gonna stick to Orc, it seems. And I wonder if 1-0 now is gonna try to play the Crypt Lord Fast Expo. It would be pretty ballsy. Normally, Farseer Headhunters is a very strong counter to Crypt Lord Expo. But this is the best map for Crypt Lord Fast expansion. Well, we'll see. They're not wasting much time. Let's get into map number 2. 1-0, I think, would be the first player qualified. My blocked nose is really annoying me. I hope it's not too noticeable on the stream. Of course, now that I pointed it out, it's kind of hard to miss. Very smart move by me right there. Very well done, Remo. Nice job. Anyways, let's move away from that nonsense and get into our second game. 1-0 versus LawLiet. Map number 2 is Echo Isles. I like this build. Fast Fiends, I think, is the best build against Farseer Headhunters. And especially on Echo Isles, it's really good. Because you can creep this camp pretty easy, and then you can contest for the middle with 3 to 4 Fiends. And if you get level 2 quickly, the DK and Fiends is a bit stronger, I would say, on level 2 than the Farseer is. On level 3, however, Farseer Wolves are very good. Graveyard way in the back here is kind of weird. So that means he's gonna have to make the shop here. Not the biggest fan of that one. Remo Demo is one of the most critical base layout undeads in the world. I may not be very good at multitasking, or mouse accuracy, or game sense, but I do have very good bases. That's the one thing, one feather I have in my cap. Thank you, Hongi, with a 12-month resub. So this is the normal build. This is pretty much what you want to play all the time. In the past, we also sometimes saw Farseer fast tech into Headhunters, but it just makes it so that you can't pressure at all. Once you have 2-3 Headhunters, you can really start pressuring the undead as well. Especially if he's playing TeD Fiend build, so slow Fiends, fast hero, but here it's fast Fiends by 1-0. Which, as I said, I think is the best build against Farseer Headhunters. Crooksy with 37 months, thank you. I like the mana efficiency here by LawLiet. Only summoned 1 pair of wolves for this camp. Oh wow, he's playing this super passively. Very surprising.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, 1-0 not seeing the Farseer until now is a little sus. So you're probably going to have to scout for an early expansion. That is rarely seen, but sometimes is played. That is in fact what cost him the series against Fly at the DreamHack Regional Finals. Oh my god, he's fast expanding. What? Fast Fiends into Fast Expo. What is this build? Oh, and the Wolf Scout just barely missed it. It just expired a moment ago.
A player's forces are under attack.
No sacrificial skull though with this, which is very strange. Okay, just DK Fiends. Huh. So... This is so weird. Isn't this super risky, though? What if LawLiet had crept this one in the meantime, instead of this one, and he scouted this with a wolf, and then he could cancel it like a million times? He's expanding himself. What is this game? It's a weird one. Very weird game. Neither player has found the opponent yet. Or their main army, I guess I should say. Oh, these items, by the way. Absolutely amazing items from the Farseer. He still would have had a window to cancel this expo. Man, this is so weird. Not a big fan of this build, to be honest. It's super risky.
Players' forces are under attack.
But sometimes you want to take some risks, I guess. Alright, tech now starting. But that is very late. 4 Fiends here for 1-0 plus a DK level 3 with full mana. Full mana heroes are always better for the undead, especially with DK versus Farseer. Because the Farseer only has level 1 Chain Lightning, and wolves have a long cooldown. So you can't spam your mana too well. Wolves are strong, yes, but they have a long cooldown. So full mana battles with level 3 always favor the Death Knight. Oh. One Fiend gets ensnared. That could be the first kill of the game. DK comes around from the other side. Interesting movement. One Fiend gonna go down. Nicely done with the wolf, chasing after this one. 1-0. Oh! Almost getting surrounded there with the hero as well. Yeah, probably wasn't the best idea to send the DK around from the other side, to be honest. Farseer now level 4 with the second Fiend kill. Some headhunters are going down. 2 headhunters so far. TC comes in. He's got the stomp. 1-0 does not want to waste his mana. Gets a third headhunter. So 3 headhunters for 2 fiends. Pretty even exchange. And the fiends are going over to the expo. Interesting. Not going to have the time to get the cancel here. Early shot for 1-0 as well. It's great for the skellies. And possibly some potions. Is he going to go for a Lich or a Dark Ranger? With being under pressure right here, it's definitely very tempting to go for a Dark Ranger. Oh, he can't go for potions yet, right, because that's here too. Oh my god! 3 HP on that DK. Almost died. He's trying to kill some peons here, and then TP back and get some potions at the shop, probably. Because tier 2 is about to be finished. 1-0 is doing as much as he can, I guess. Yeah, gonna TP now. Not to the expo, which is a small mistake.
The player's forces are under attack.
Was a lot of mining prevented here. The fast tech, though, for LawLiet didn't do too much for him because the TC wasn't leveling in the meantime. Only now it's going to start to, but he's going to get a big camp right here. He's going to get a level 2 jump start right away. Lich is going to be quite a bit slower. And now the Orc expansion is fully mining. Gold difference about 500. Not a huge deal. And LawLiet is taking to tier 3, importantly.
Players' forces are under attack.
Lich comes out. Should go for some potions, probably. And I would definitely favor LawLiet this game. Huge Fiend versus huge Headhunter armies.
A player's forces are under attack.
Well, it doesn't favor anybody. It comes down to hero levels mostly. Shot might be getting taken down right here. First Nova hits the Headhunters. DK does not have a heal potion, which is pretty sketchy. Oh, big stomp coming in. But Coil Nova takes out the Raider, so the Ensnare now gone. So next stomp could be the end for the Lich. Ooh, I think there was a window there to kill that Lich. And now Wonder Zero has the first statue. That's a big deal. Oh, Stomp doesn't connect on the DK. Fiend can be kept alive for a bit longer, but will go down in the end. Wonder Zero started his own tier 3, but a lot slower than the opponents.
A player's forces
Tier
are
3
under
finish for
attack.
LawLiet. Could go for a Berserker upgrade right now. And Wonder Zero's under a lot of pressure right here. He's gonna lose 2 Fiends, certainly. Doesn't have a tower here in the main. And the Farseer with level 4 has so much mana regen. He always has mana for the wolves at least. He's got a big mana potion still. Oh boy. No attack upgrades yet on these Fiends, which is perhaps a bit questionable. Oh, the Raider. Oh, heal scroll. Keeps the Raider alive. One more Fiend goes down. Another one about to follow. Second statue here wasn't on heal. That was a bit of a problem. And now Berserker upgrade is finished. Wonder Zero is still struggling hard this game. The Fiends just get picked off one after the next. Would love to see a second crypt here at the expo. And some upgrades. Finally, attack upgrade is coming in. Ultra's gonna go down. That doesn't matter much. It's just gonna be remade in the back. Wonder Zero is trying to drain all the mana out of the opponent and then finally push LawLiet away here. And of course, wait for tier 3 for the orb, but it's still gonna be a while. There's also still lots of mana left. The DK, oh my god. We could be getting surrounded up there. In fact, the Fiend is stuck over there. Lich repositioning. 1-0 quickly has to move a lot of units. This one Fiend wasn't moved fast enough. It went down. The fact that I didn't upgrade a narrow tower here, that's the real ridiculous part. He definitely should have upgraded that narrow a long time ago. But okay, 1-0 holds. With severe losses though. Lots of Fiends going down there. I think a statue as well.
A player's forces are
In the
under
meantime,
attack.
LawLiet got his third hero, Shadow Hunter. Could creep that to level 2 over here. And the TC is level 3, I think? Yeah. So, big experience lead on LawLiet. And a supply lead. No Death Pact on the DK again. What is there's banking right now? But LawLiet is going to come in for a big attack. Not going to be an easy hold for 1-0. Getting more upgrades. And okay, now he's going into upkeep. I think he really should have put a crypt over here.
A player's forces are
I
under
really
attack.
don't. Pitlord or Dark Ranger? Should be a Dark Ranger. Yeah. Only 4 Fiends for 1-0. It really isn't the most firepower. Unlike the 8 Headhunters that we have on the other side. Stomp, try to get the DK. But the DK wiggles out. The only Raider is dead. Oh, and the Shadow Hunter gets sniped. Silence Coil Nova. Shadow Hunter certainly very squishy. That's a big kill. It's going to be coiled again. 1-0. Definitely a bit more experience in these fights. It's showing. Farseer, whew, had to TP to get out right there. One more statue will be going down. But 1-0 again holds the push. Some acolytes were killed at the expansion again. But not too much mining time lost. And now 1-0 is going to get the Invul Potion, which is a really big deal. That means the TC isn't going to have an Invul, I think? Or does he still have it? Ah, never mind. He still has that Invul from before.
A player's forces are under attack.
First A-bomb is out. Disease Cloud is a great luxury upgrade to have, but lumber is pretty low on 120. Not so easy to afford it right now. Sitting at 50 still. TC level 4. Alright, big level up for him. Talisman. Absolutely not bad. And the Lich gets level 3. That's a huge level up right there. Heal scroll on the DK. Gives the parry up to the Lich. I like that. Should maybe give one of the rings to the Lich as well. And now both players in upkeep again. The Shadowrun definitely needs some levels. Okay, but Farseer is also extremely close to level 5. And the TC level 5 is also super valuable. So, understandable that he's creeping this with all the heroes. Oh! No, don't move away the Farseer. Level 5, bro. It's so good. There we go. And now we have level 3 wolves. Oops. Dark Ranger gonna take a gander at the marketplace. What do we got? What do we got? Got some claws, baby. Claws plus 5. Hell yeah. He's gonna get those. Something else? Circlet. Oh yeah. And one of illusion. Okay. Alright. Good shopping trip. Gonna make it back home. Credit card charge to the max. Second A-bomb coming up, but no disease cloud yet. And interestingly, no destroyers at all by 120. Of course, they tend to die very fast against headhunters. Unless you have crazy happy micro. And the destroyers are always in the perfect position. But that is very, very hard to do. 120 sees the army and doesn't see the TC, which is very suspicious. 3-0 on the Berserkers. Oh boy. That's gonna be so much damage. Used the dust, but he missed it. And the TC's walking in for the perfect stomp. Oh, boom! There it is. Absolutely huge damage. One of illusion also being used. This makes it harder for LawLiet now to micro. If he just A-clicks, he's going to waste a lot of damage on these illusions. Hex on the DK, but he's very tanky. He's got lots of armor. Kodo Beast that don't get off the Devour, and Kodo's going to go down. That means no more Kodos left in the TC. That was the last stomp for the TC. He didn't bring a mana potion, which definitely looks like a mistake by LawLiet here. And you can see the illusions in the back soaking up damage because a lot of the army is on A-click. This illusion purchase, very, very smart. Beginning of the fight goes to 120, although there's still a supply lead on the Orc side. TC was given the big mana potion. Can use that now in a moment. 120 falling back. That stomp. Not the most insane. TC's gonna have 2 more stomps. That's the time that 120 has to survive here. Once those 2 stomps are out, 120 is gonna take the leading position in this fight. Oh, DK dropping very low. 120 though starting to lose more and more army. Kiting backwards. Needs to get to the shop. Needs to get mana potions. 8 supply leads still for the Orc, but defender's advantage for 120. Stomp again. Ooh, that was a sick one. DK now in trouble. Hex coming through. Where's the destroyer? Where's the destroyer? 120 with the... Oh my god, last second. DK survives with frost armor and the heal scroll. He just barely gets out of there. It could have almost cost him the game. The stomps again are massive. What is it not caring about these stomps anymore, seemingly? And now the TC's out of mana. For a while. Lich a bit preemptive with the invul potion, but the TC goes down. 120 realizes there was no invul on the Torn Chieftain anymore. He snipes the level 4 hero and gets DK 5 and Lich almost level 4. Dark Ranger got level 3, and now we got the crazy strong undead hero levels again. And LawLiet has given up his supply lead. He's gonna need some time to recover. He needs heal salves and clarities. Plenty of them. two acolytes weren't remade yet, so this was quite a bit of gold lost.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, there was one more camp, and that's Lich level 3, and now he has Dark Ritual. He didn't use that too much before, but could change that now. I would have loved to see a Shade to have detection against these wolves, but I guess Dust can also do it. TC getting silenced, breaks out of it with the Invul Potion. Perfect Stomp! Berserk activated on the Berserkers. Lots of damage coming out from them now. 1-0 is falling back. Having that level 2 aura definitely helpful now. Repositioning behind the tree line. Gonna make it weird for LawLiet to engage. He's gonna take off one Fiend as the supply is still dead even. But the TC's mana is way, way too low. He needs clarities and mana potions. And he doesn't have the Invul. Invul is on the Shadow Hunter. One Destroyer morphed now finally again. It took quite some time. TC in the front line. Use the heal potion. Gets the heal wave, but it's only level 1 heal wave. It doesn't heal for that much. One Fiend goes down, but the TC's out of the fight. And this is where 1-0 can turn it around. Destroyer controlled well. The Headhunters going in quite deep, trying to catch that Destroyer and taking a lot of damage in the process. Kodo Beast gonna be sniped. Coil Nova gets rid of that one. 1-0 is close to out of mana, but he has a mana potion still, and he has Dark Ritual, which he's rarely using. Where's the Dark Ritual, bro? There it is. A bit more mana for the Lich, but not too much more. Kodo Beast taken out. A-Bomb returns, but is killed. The Lich and the Dark Rain at this point in the game have so much damage they can easily pick away at some Headhunters here or there. 1-0 again, playing very well at range. He's going to fall back to the shop. He knows a new Invul is available. And also a heal scroll, if he wants. And there it is. Could go to the marketplace now. Could look for some more claws. The Lich is fully decked out, but you could put some on the Dark Ranger. Pendant of Energy also could be great for the DK. Main base about to mine out here. 1-0 has a bit more because of the wolf harass we had earlier. And which we see again now. Fiend upgrades, by the way, 3-1. Same as the Berserkers. No caster addition, by the way. No Banshees. No Shaman. Dude, couldn't Necromancers actually be pretty good here? Maybe. Maybe not. He get taking a lot of damage again. Does not have Death Pact, remember. TC charging in. Gets off a stomp. Getting focused soon after, but he has potions. Used the heal potion already. Invul potion right after. Good heal scroll by 1-0. A-Bomb taken out quickly once again. Waiting for the Invul to be over, then the TC has to be careful again. In the north, the Lich trying to take out some of these Berserkers. Dark Ranger joins. There could be some more skeletons here coming in a moment. Silence. Perfectly timed against the Torn Chieftain. And this could be him dying. Nova didn't even need the coil. Nova focus fire the TC in too deep. Didn't have rings, which was a big problem. I think he should have bought 2 rings on the TC. Could have been great for him. And with the TC dead, with no more Stomp and no more Aura, this is an easy fight now for 1-0. Some Fiends are going down, but the heroes and the statues should be trading way favorably. 1-0, as we can see, has much more supply as well. Only hope that LawLiet has left is a hero kill on the DK, really. The Dark Ranger also hits level 4. Oh my god, the Berserkers eat a huge Nova. Speed scroll chase. Looking for that hero kill, but it's not really gonna happen. And that's so many Headhunters now going down. LawLiet down to 50 supply. He revives the TC. He had a lot of gold there. Still a good amount of shekels left to spend. But 5/4/4 heroes for 1-0 are so strong here. He's about to hit Lich level 5 as well. If he kills off some peons.
A player's forces are under attack.
He still is not using much Dark Ritual. Okay, there it is. There's one right there. And that is Lich level 5, which is crazy good against Headhunters. One last hurrah, trying to go for the DK. Good silence. Prevents the stomp. And in return, the TC is going to be greeted with a level 3 Coil Nova. And we're seeing the end of LawLiet. We're not going to have him in the round of 8 of TeD Cup 5. 1-2-0 will make him through. Is he going to use the ult? The Crab King? No. DK hits level 6. GG is called. And 1-0 moves into the quarterfinals with a 2-0 against LawLiet's off race.